The number one way to change your life today is to change the way you think about yourself. Let's talk about this. What are the daily thoughts that you're having about yourself as you're starting the day, as you're finishing the day, as you're going through your day, as you are working on your goals and your dreams, as you're at work and your job, as you're having conversations with people, as you're about to turn off the light in the evening and you are alone with your thoughts? What thoughts are you having most of the time about yourself, about life, about your current situation? The thing is, you got to understand that if you want a different life, you got to be the one to change what you think about yourself today. If you think of yourself as a person that can't achieve something, as someone who's not good enough, as someone who doesn't deserve success or doesn't deserve the very thing that you're striving for, it's going to be really, really hard for you to change your life because you are the person and the only person in the driving seat. You're the only one who can change your life. No one can do that. No one can do it for you. And if right now you don't think of yourself highly and you don't think of yourself as the person that can change their life, your life will not change. And it's not gonna happen through any outside forces or any magical things. These magical things happen because you are at a good place within yourself and you have done the work on yourself. Right now, the thoughts that you're having daily, the stories that you're telling yourself, most of these stories aren't even true. Probably all of the stories aren't even true. You're telling yourself things based on past experiences or successes or failures or things that people have told you about yourself, and you have internalized those stories. You have made them your own. You have decided that this is your truth, and you're walking through life believing a truth that isn't correct. As long as these stories keep playing in your mind, as long as these stories are dominant in your everyday life, your life will not change. Because when you realize that you are the only person that can change your life, instead of trying to change things outside of you, you got to first change who you are. You got to first realize that the thoughts that you're thinking on a daily are not serving you and they're not going to get you to a better life. They're actually doing quite the opposite. The more that you are caught in a cycle of negative thinking, the more you will attract the things that you don't want, because this is where your consciousness is at. This is what you're vibrating. If you're vibrating in a low energy of negativity and self-doubt and believing that it's not meant for you, that is exactly what you will be attracting, because you're vibrating at that level. In order for you to create the life that you want, you got to become very aware of yourself and of the things that you're saying to yourself, especially when no one's listening, especially when no one is around. How are you treating yourself when no one is around, when no one is listening? And I'm sure you have heard this saying before, but you wouldn't treat your best friend like this. You wouldn't treat someone that you truly love like this. So bring it back to yourself. Bring it back to cultivating a sense of self-love within yourself, which starts with you honoring the person that you are. And it's okay if you're doubting yourself. It's okay if those self-doubt beliefs come in. That's a very normal thing to experience. But what happens afterwards? Do you spiral and do you make this your truth? Or do you notice, oh, I'm doubting myself here, but I get to decide that this story is not true. And so when you decide that this story is not true, that is when your life is going to change, because you become so hyper aware of the things you're saying to yourself every day. This is not something that obviously is going to happen from one day to the other, but just by practicing loving awareness and noticing as you're going through your day, as you're ending your day, what am I thinking? What if I were to think this for the next 5 years? Where will I be in my life? If I keep this belief, if I keep these thoughts about myself and the world for the next, and we don't even have to go 5 years, we can say 1 year. If I keep thinking this, where will I be in my life? Will my life have changed? And you'll probably have the answer. You'll probably realize, no, if I keep thinking like this, my life will not change. So it starts with you to create the change. I really hope this was helpful. If it was, please let me know down below. Subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, comment down below, whichever way you can interact. And I would love to see you in my next one very soon. Sending love. Bye.